Howdy, howdy, y'all. Well, yes, I didn't get a video out today, and I didn't get one out yesterday. But in my defense, yesterday I was really busy all day. Like, I went over and helped Big Joe a bunch, and with Saturday I did all that all day, trying to help him get some stuff going. And then yesterday I did a bunch of stuff for Mary. So, you know, a bunch of stuff is recorded. I just didn't have time to get it all out. Joe was nice enough to come get me this morning and took me to do some, you know, some errands and stuff like that, stuff I needed for the barn, like getting dog food and all that kind of good stuff. So I had to go take care of all of that. So needless to say, I didn't get home till late, till just actually a little bit ago. And I thought, well, you know, maybe I got time to get the video edited and get it done. No, it didn't happen. So anyway, you get to chat with me for right now. Like I said, I didn't get done even helping Mary until like almost 8 o'clock last night, so it was a late night. And so I thought, well, I'd kind of let y'all know what was going on. So yeah, a bunch of stuff has been happening, just haven't had time to get it all done, or at least the video part of it anyway. So yeah, it's been a challenging day. So today with the running around, at least I had to give my back a little bit of a rest. And you know, the driving part doesn't bother me because, you know, I'm not driving anyway, I'm just riding. But still, big shout out to Big Joe for helping me out today. That was pretty nice. We had to go over and get, he had to go to Russellville anyway and see about getting flooring for that bedroom. So now he's ready to put his flooring down. So we'll be doing that. You'll be seeing that coming up here soon. So that'll be pretty cool. But he's wait till you see the video, y'all. He's got that place looking really nice over there, which is you know, awesome. So, oh, hang on one second. Let me check on the girls. All right, I got them back. They're hanging out with me here. I don't know if y'all can see them or not, but you can hear her, that's for sure. You know Miss Mouthy there. Alrighty, Miss Mouthy. Yep. So it's been a long day running around, you know. I don't mind running errands, but on the same note, you know, like I said, I'm a homebody sometimes, you know. You know, if I'm driving myself, that's different. Riding with other people, I don't know. I enjoy the conversation and all, but I prefer the one to be the driver most of the time. So, you know, not saying that Joe's a bad driver or nothing like that. I like to drive. I really enjoy driving. And I haven't got to do it in so long, so it's like really driving me batty that I'm not getting able to drive right now. But, you know, a couple more months, y'all. Man, a couple more months. So it is what it is. I'll just keep dealing with it. And for now, it gets a little taxing on your brain, you know. It's not so much that I'm stuck, y'all. Oh yeah, it is so much that I'm stuck. That's probably the most challenging part for me, is not being able to go when I want to go. You know what I mean? And for those of you out there that are in the same situation, I just want to let you know that you just got to keep reaching for those stars and try to figure out a way to fix that problem. Now, if you're at a point in your life where you physically can't get out, then call somebody, have them come get you. You know, say, hey man, let's go for a ride. You know, what does it cost you? $10 and put some gas in their pocket, or maybe $30, and say, I'll buy you an ice cream or something, and let's just take me for a ride. Let me get out the house and see some things, and you know, and do some things. So that's the part I enjoy about being able to get out. At least, you know, we get to ride with Big Joe, and you know, like when I ride with David, you know, at least I get to get out of the house and go see some things. And you know, like Tracy, like she took me out there to you know, to the Pettigene Mountain and let me see all that, and that was very cool. So I really enjoyed that. And again, soon I'm going to be doing a lot of that myself, just going and checking out places around Arkansas, and I'll be bringing y'all along for that. You know, I'm not really going to turn this into a travel channel by no means. Okay, this is just a vlog of my life, and you know, and then part of that's going to be going and checking some of the springs out, and you know, some of the rivers and what have you like that, and be able to take the dogs on these little day vacations, or daycations as they call them, you know. That's really what I want to do. You know, be able to go fishing, you know, at some point buy a little tiny used boat and be able to put the dogs, take the dogs out there with me and just go chill on the lake and fish and, you know, what have you like that. Now the whole, I also wanted to address today in this video, the whole Charlie Kirk thing. Now, there are going to be some of you that are not going to agree, and there's some of you that are going to totally agree. Charlie Kirk, I got to tell you, you know, I've watched a lot of his stuff, and the man is amazing. Really is very, or I guess I should say was amazing. Is an amazing person in the world. Like he just helped correct a lot of the what's the word I'm looking for? Is it misconceptions or misinformation, you know, that the young people are getting today about the world and how it works and what have you like that. I mean, thanks to social media, there's a lot of that, a lot of misinformation that goes on out there. And a lot of people are just they get so wrapped up in the misinformation that they don't bother to check facts. And, you know, being a veteran, I'm all about freedom of speech, freedom of thought. You know, you believe what you want to believe, you think what you want to think, what have you like that. But the whole violence thing, no. Even as a military veteran, the whole violence thing doesn't make much sense to me. You know, being in the military, we have to do our job to keep this country free and keep giving the people the right to have those rights. And be able to free speech and all of that. You know, like I said, I don't care what you believe. If you want to believe that scrubs or if you want to believe a leaf is your God, then do so. By all means, have at it. I don't care about all that. The fact that someone took it upon themselves because they didn't want to believe or hear what this man wanted, you know, was trying to teach, is just wrong. And that's basically what it boils down to, is just political violence. If you don't believe what I believe, then I'm just gonna kill you. And that is way wrong. You know, America was founded on the freedoms, and we should honor those freedoms at all times, period. You know, too many police have been getting away with violating civil rights and they violate civil rights on a regular basis, but we, the people, we need to stand up and say, no, you're not allowed to do that. And you as cops, all you cops out there, stand up for those rights. You know, you're not above the law because you wear a badge. You're supposed to protect and serve. You're not supposed to go out there and violate people's rights on a regular basis and think you can get away with it and think it's okay. Just because you wear a badge, you're not in charge. You work for the people, okay? And the civil rights were designed to protect people and so that no government shall be above people, okay? So remember that. So if you're a cop and you're watching, listen, know those civil rights. Please do not violate them. That's wrong. Because then that makes you no better than the guy that shot Charlie Kirk, as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, that makes you no better than anybody else on the planet. Just because you think you want to go out there and you have a badge and you can be a bully and violate our rights. We're humans. We're citizens of the United States. Please, 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 be mindful of that. Okay? So, now that I've got that off my chest, you know, that's why I don't talk about religion and all that kind of stuff on this channel. Excuse me. Is because of that, because I believe everybody should have their right to believe what you want to believe. And everybody should have those rights, and those rights should be protected at all costs. So we the people need to start standing up for that. For too many years, cops have been able to get away with this, and nobody has stood up for it. I see videos all the time of city council people telling people that they don't have the right to free speech. That, oh, they just get to control who gets to talk and what they get to say. No, that's not how it works. And that's not how the government was set up. And for all you city council people out there and county people out there, no, you don't get to run the show. You work for us. Remember that. And our rights are just as important as your job. And when you don't do your job and you don't like what we got to say about you doing your job, too bad. Get off the stick and start doing your job. You know, that's right there is what's wrong with this country today. Is too many people get that little bit of power in their hands, and they think they get to run the whole show and just do whatever they want to. That's not the way it should work, and that's not the way it's designed to work. So let me get off of that rant, y'all, because I could go on about that kind of stuff for hours, especially when I see it happen on a regular basis. No, I can't get off that rant yet, because just for example, we seen a guy today get pulled over. 2 cops rolled up there behind him. They got his door open and all kinds of stuff. And for what? You don't get to do that. Sorry. There is no law, no nothing that says you get to come up there and snatch somebody's door open and just invade their privacy and search their car for no reason. And probable cause? No. I don't want to hear all that probable cause stuff. No, it's a traffic violation. Okay? Period. Get over yourselves. All right? So when I see stuff like that happen, it just drives me batty. And, you know, if I'd have been in my own truck, I'd have stopped right there and got the camera out and recorded every bit of it and probably had them 2 officers fired. Just because that's wrong, you know. If it's a traffic violation, it's a traffic violation. Either write the man a ticket or you just move on about your way. But you don't get to force him out of the car and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I've been down that road where, you know, I've had them force me out of the car over a no turning signal, or improper use of a turning signal, should I say. Forced me out of the car and want to search my car and everything else. I'm like, no, yeah, that ain't happening, you know? Well, they try to say they smell this and they smell that. Well, no, you didn't, because I know better. So anyway, I need to get off of that. So anyway, the girls are out here and enjoying themselves. The sun was out a while ago, and that temperature was saying like 101 out here. It feels like temp, but it's actually, the sun has gone behind some clouds out here, so it's actually very nice out here. All right. Come here, Dolly. Okay. She has a tendency to like to getting into stuff if I'm not paying attention too often, so there she comes. They're being very good. The girls are being very good when they come out here. Smoke's the only one I still have to watch him every now and then. If I don't keep a close eye on him and he thinks I'm not watching, he'll sneak off, and he can sneak off in a quick minute. But yeah, the girls, since I've been letting them out and walking every day, they've been doing real good about it. Like they're getting to where they come and stay right here with me and stay right within view anyway, earshot. Oh, so I guess I'm going to try to get to that door here probably in the next week or so. I got all the lumber to do it now. Now I just got to get a door handle. And I looked at that door handle again, and I don't know. I don't know if one of y'all ordered the door handle for me or not. And like I said, I don't want to buy a door handle right now and have 2 of them sitting here and have to return one, because, you know, we are out in the sticks. It's not like we're in Florida like we were, you know. It's easier to return something, you know. Here we don't have that options. You know, you got to go through the whole return label. I don't have a printer for that, you know, all that kind of good stuff to get a return label. And like I said, it's just a major hassle. And for $40, it's not really worth the hassle. I'll just wait a little bit longer and we'll get that taken care of. Yeah, I do have a lot of people say I got a lot of junk. Well, I won't say a lot of people. There's been a few people who said they see a lot of junk laying around the yard, and there's really no junk laying around the yard. I mean, my lift is sitting over there. I got my engine hoist that's sitting over there. My lawnmower sitting there, you know. And soon I'll get to a point where I'll have all that stuff, you know, either in the barn or out here in the shop, you know. Right now, yeah, it's a little bit of chaos, and it's probably going to be a little bit of chaos for a little while longer. Now, Joe and I had a pretty good conversation today about even buying one of those metal buildings and having them insulated and all that kind of stuff, pour a slab and have them insulated, and then just you know, frame it out on the inside from there. That way I've got the base structure there, and that's still a possibility. And yes, I'm looking over here, either checking on the dogs or I'm checking on the topography of where the house is going to go. And I really don't have anything against a metal building, other than the customization of the windows and what have you. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that, but there is something going to be built there here very, very soon, whether I got to build it myself or whatever. I'm supposed to be getting with the truss guys down here real soon about getting my trusses. Once I get my final dimensions worked out, which I have been working on, the actual dimensions on, you know, what I'm going to be building, exactly how it's going to look and what have you like that. Now, I will show you a drawing this week, sometime this week, on what the house is kind of going to look like. It's going to be not the greatest of drawings, but this will give you all an idea of what my plans are for this. So I hope you enjoy that. And I've got two different roof styles that I'm looking at doing. The one, I may have them build the trusses for me a certain way, and then the other one may just be, you know, a 312 roof pitch, standard pitch, you know, span it 30 foot, be done with it, you know. And then those aren't real hard to set up there, you know. Like I can use the backhoe and get them set up there, and with a couple of helpers, I can set them pretty easily. So that's something I'm looking into as well. So I don't know. Like I said, I will show you my drawings, and maybe I can get some input from you. Even though I was a builder for 30 years, I'm still want to make sure I dot all my I's and cross all my T's. You know, normally when I would build houses before, you know, I had a set of plans. You know, just go by a set of plans and you just build it to whatever their specs are. In this particular case, I'm going to be designing everything in my head and writing it on paper and then building it from there. So there's all these little things that I have learned over the years of building, so that I can protect myself later on down the road for maintenance costs and what have you like that. If, God forbid a big repair has to happen, hiding plumbing in walls behind tile, you know what I mean? You have to hide the plumbing in the walls, but not behind tile. I want access panels to all of that, and I want to be able to access that easily. This way, even when I'm a lot older and it's a little harder for me to do, it makes it easier for me to do without having to pay somebody to do so. So those are all the factors that are going into my planning of this house. So just wanted to let you all know that, just in case it, you're thinking, okay, well, why is it taking him so long to even show us the plans? Because a lot of those little things like that have to go into that. Now, you won't see those in my drawings, but you will see a lot of things, see the basic shape of the house and how I plan on building that part of it. And then you'll get to see it as it moves along. I actually just got off the phone with the bank a few minutes ago, and they said when I am ready, once everything is good to go, that they have the interest rates, they said, are about to come down. I guess the feds are about to lower the interest rates. So I'm hoping, you know, by the time I get ready to pull the trigger on the build, that, you know, the interest rates will be a lot lower, and I'll be able to get a much sweeter deal. So they said to come talk to them at that point, and they would be more than happy to work with me on getting that done, you know. And I think that's even better yet. So I'd love to be able to go and just get everything together, get my basic shell done, and then, you know, get my basic shell, my insulation done, and, you know, my plumbing and electrical done. And then the interior stuff like that, like I can do the flooring a little bit at a time, you know, and what have you like that. So at least I'll have shower in there, heat AC in there, and it's insulated with sheetrock. You know, that's the main thing right there. So that's my goal there. Oh. Bear with me a second, y'all. Yep, there they come. A little dog training trick for you. If you start training your dogs from a young age to 2 snaps of a finger, dogs respond to clicks very well. Like, that's all I have to do is snap my fingers. I don't even have to say anything. Here comes Bandy. And now, here comes Audie. Don't even have to say a word. Oh, no. Now Audie's decided to change her mind for a second. She's like, I didn't hear the third time. Okay, now she just turned around and looked at me like, okay, as long as you see where I'm at, I'm good to go, right? She's a hard head. Now, Bandy, on the other hand, Bandy comes right to me. She gets it. Now, Bandy. Yeah, she's a good girl. That's my spoiled one. Huh. Yeah, that's my spoiled one right there. She's the good one. Yeah, she listens and listens very well. And now she's been out playing and getting in this J pond. You can feel the mud all over her feet. Oh, I see why Artie didn't come now. She had to drop some friends off at the pool. Yeah, that's my good girl, aren't you? Yeah, she's a really good dog. So anyway, I think we're gonna call this today, y'all. I've rambled on enough for y'all. I promise you tomorrow and the next day you'll get some good videos. You'll get to see what all I've been doing and get to learn a couple of things actually. I'm hoping you'll enjoy that. One of the things is how to set an interior hardwood solid core door. Those are not your standard doors. I can install a hollow core door in about 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and have it close perfectly, okay? On an interior door. Exterior door, they take a little bit more, and I'll show you the tricks to doing that, okay? So in the meantime, don't forget like and subscribe. Tomorrow, come see me. You never know, you might learn something. Might even learn something how to make your life a little bit easier or be able to teach somebody else. That's the main thing, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Teach everybody, spread the happiness and the love all over the world and make it happen. So in the meantime, we'll see y'all tomorrow, all right? Thanks guys for watching.